A short walk through the city center downtown of Ushuaia, and you're most likely to start your walk here at this sign, the letters of Ushuaia, the top touristic stop here. You almost get no chance to take your picture here. You have to wait for your turn. It's located only like 5 minutes outside of the city. A nice walk over here. So let's start your journey here. From that sign back there, you will stroll back direction city center, the ocean on the one hand, and on the other side, the astonishing mountain views. The whole city is surrounded by mountains. After just a few hundred meters, you would see the next icon, the next side of the city, an old shipwreck. The ship obviously is not in use anymore, only for tourists to take their pictures. So definitely also a must visit to take your photos for friends and family. Now we're leaving the shoreline and moving up the hill a little bit to the city center, or let's say the main street. The main street and the port are basically the city center. 80,000 inhabitants here in Ushuaia, but also lots of tourists, especially those going to Antarctica. It's the door to Antarctica. All the cruises there are starting here, but also a lot of winter sports enthusiasts, skiers, snowboarders, and once a year, cross-country skiers from all over the world to do the Ushuaialoppet. There is one tourist attraction you for sure don't want to miss, a cruise to the Beagle Channel, and this is exactly what we are going to do right now. There is the catamaran to a tour through the Beagle Channel. During this trip, you'll also stop at an island for a short trip. There is our boat. Here's the island. Let's have a walk. There are many different tour operators offering these trips, catamaran trips through the Beagle Channel. This one lasts about 3 hours, several stops. Now we even got off the boat for 20 minutes something for a short walk on one of the islands, and you get to see the wildlife here. Ushuaia, sea lions, penguins, cormorants, different birds. So it's definitely worth it. And the big highlight of this boat trip, of course, is the light tower at the end of the world. Of course, everything is at the end of the world here. And this is where we are heading right now, at the island in my back. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the light tower at the end of the world. That was the boat cruise through the Beagle Channel. Definitely a must-do when you go to the Ushuaialoppet. And now it's time to head to the third way of transportation to experience the region. Let's do this! I'm here at the station of the train to the end of the world. Let's go inside and get our tickets. So this whole train ride takes you about 1 hour 45, 2 hours, depending, one stop. You pay about 20-25 euros entrance for the national park, and then another 45 euros approximately for the train ticket, the normal fare. If you want to have the luxury version with food and so on, then it's about 100 euros. You will have 2 stops, one longer stop quite in the beginning, where you have the chance to get souvenirs and take your pictures and just check out the national park. And then the second stop at the end of the whole trip, and then you go back. And it's just amazing to experience this national park with a slow and nice train trip. And the history with these trains is quite interesting. They were used for the prisoners here. So they came out there to do their work, woodwork. And now we use it. And this train is pulled by steam locomotives, so quite interesting. And look at these awesome views out there. It's so cool. So let's get out of this the travel with the train to the end of the world. So now we have experienced Ushuaia, like by foot, by ship, by train, and now it's time to ski the tracks here. Let's go to Tierra Mayor and ski the Ushuaialoppet.